And staying in the single currency union, Portugal has been attracting foreign investors to its property market with its Golden Visa program. The program grants permanent resident status to foreigners that invest over €500,000. But long delays in processing the applications mean many of those who signed up for the program are now living in limbo. CCTV's Dan Williams has the story from Lisbon.
After years of stagnation, Portugal's property market has been revitalised. One of the factors was the country's Golden Visa scheme, a programme that issued visas to non-European Union citizens, primarily through the purchase of a property worth at least €500,000. In just 2 years, it brought in €1.5 billion. But the initiative has run into trouble. The visas are simply not being processed, leaving thousands of investors, the majority of whom are Chinese, in limbo.
They receive an invitation from the Portuguese government. So it was possible for them to make an investment here, and with that investment they will get some rights, a permit. And they accept that invitation, and they came to Portugal. They invest, and they gave all the documents and all the things that the government asked them, but they didn't get the answer.
The Portuguese government say they will honour the Golden Visa programme, but in the meantime the frustration for those impacted by the delay continues. Their future remains uncertain, their lives on hold. Yu Fan Lee purchased this property on a golf estate just outside of Lisbon for €600,000. But more than a year on, she still does not have the visa. Her car has not moved from this parking space since she bought it, as her driving licence is not valid without a resident permit.
I am very angry about it. I cannot go back home and my family cannot come here. The Lunar New Year is a very important time for us to be united, and me and my daughter are stranded here. This has made me very upset.
Lili Lu leads a group of more than 250 Chinese home buyers whose visa applications have been held up. Lu is one of the lucky ones. She has a golden visa, but it will expire later this year. Given the backlog, she too is now preparing for a life in limbo.
They make us live here illegal. We cannot have the card in the time, and we cannot. Our kids cannot go to school, and we cannot go to the hospital, public hospital. The family cannot stay together. They cannot go back to China if some families are sick or something. Because when they get out, they cannot get in because they don't have the card.
There is hope, though. Pedro Ortigao Correa of the Portugal Trade and Investment Agency is confident the programme will soon be back on track.
What I can say right now is that the government has created a special task force whose sole purpose is going to go through this entire process, look at the backlog, and make sure that these delays that we've had in the golden visas are all cleared.
That will be welcome news for those stranded in the system. But in the meantime, the waiting and the insecurity continues. Dan Williams, CCTV, Lisbon.